Hi everyone, and welcome once again to another episode. It's not an episode, what am I talking about? Me reviewing more DC Future State comics, baby. So this time, I'm going to be talking about Dot Detective number 3 and the next Batman number 3. And we're just going to get into it. So, Dot Detective. Last issue, we found out that Bruce was still trying to figure out what the magistrates were trying to do and why they set out to kill him. But at the moment, he is living with this guy who is paranoid, and he believes that aliens are monitoring his TV antennas, as you do. So Bruce helps the guy sort it out, and is like, I'm only staying here basically because he asks no question like paying cash. Everything in the future you have to pay with credit cards or debit cards, whatever. They can be tracked back to you, but because everyone thinks Bruce is dead, he has to pay with cash, so they can't get onto him. So he's doing his thing. Then he realizes that he realizes that the magistrates are planning to kill another rich Gotham playboy to get rid of him so they can move in and take Gotham for what it is. But while he's done all that, and then he figures out that there are micro drones that you can't see. They've been following him the whole time, so they know where he is. And it ends with him smashing up his like makeshift bat computer, and then it ends there, strangely, which is a bit weird. But he does come in contact with also the new Batman, who they haven't sort of revealed yet, even though everyone knows it's spoilers. Tim slash Jace Fox, Lucius Fox's son. So that's pretty cool. And it's good. I still enjoy it very much. The backup with the Grifter is probably one of my favorites, if I'm honest, because it's weird. The Grifter, who is a Wildstorm character, but they brought into the DC universe because DC bought Wildstorm comics years ago and merged them into one, and so they sort of bringing them back in the fold with like Night Watch and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. Also, I forgot to mention as well that the person that Bruce is living with, his daughter actually is quite an important member in the magistrates. No, sorry, not the magistrates. I need to think about what I'm talking about. Well, she's an important person because she's got many jobs, and she actually works in the magistrate building. That's it. And then Bruce figures that out and like, oh no, I need to sort of save her, and then go back to Grifter. So Grifter's been tasked with getting Luke Fox out of Gotham. He's paid him, but while he's doing this, the magistrates know that he used to be Batwing and they're hunting him down. So to help him get Luke Fox out of Gotham, he's met up with Huntress, who's known to be getting people out of Gotham. And so they're going through all these hijinks, meeting other people, and Grifter and Huntress have some beef from back in the day, but they don't really explain what it is. So they get to point B, where they need to get to the ship to get out of Gotham. But he found out Luke Fox actually betrayed Grifter and Huntress. So he gave the magistrates Huntress his location so they can get her, because she's higher up on the list than he is. And Grifter's like, oh no, I better leave her, because, you know, S happens. But then he feels bad, and it's like, you know what, I can't leave her. So he comes and he gets off the boat, saves her, but then he gets caught by one of the magistrates higher ups, things like Commander. Let me just quickly check his name. He's one of the higher up Wait. He is... I'm so sorry about this. Well, so he's number 12. And he gets caught, and then it ends sort of what's going to happen now. But you don't know because we don't know when it's going to end because it's finished. Because it doesn't say to be continued, it just says the end at the bottom of the screen. So is it going to be a grifter future state comic coming in out of Infinite Frontier? Who knows? And we've got the next Batman, which is pretty good as well at the moment. Last issue, Batman saved these two murderers who killed a guy who kidnapped his daughter and done bad things to her, sexually, whatever. So, and if the magistrates catch him, they will get killed. So Batman's like, you guys come with me, admit your crimes, and we'll get the police, and you'll see the right side of the law, you know, being prosecuted and stuff rather than being murdered. So he's getting them across town, sort of similar to the detective, but he's been shot already, so he's kind of bleeding out. And then it goes back to moves to another scene where you see Lucius Fox's wife trying to get Lucius Fox to help her enforce the vigilantes on site. If they're on site, get killed order. But he's like, no, we can't do this because then it's just feeling bad with the bad, and vigilantes ain't that bad. Because I think that something happened to her daughter. She's in a coma, and it has something to do with vigilantes. That's why she's gone ultra. I hate vigilantes. Blah blah blah. And she doesn't know that Luke Fox was Batwing, and she obviously doesn't know her other son, Tim/Jace, is Batman. So keeps going back and forth between that, and Batman brings them to a church. It's like a safe house, and he's like, "Hey, one of you need to cauterize this wound, or I'm gonna bleed out as soon as I lift up this panel of the Batsuit." So they do that, and then he calls up someone in a DA's office. Well, one of the police as well, and DA's like, I've got these two people, they admit to a crime. If I bring them to you, would you give them protection and make them get what they got coming to them? So they're like, well, we'll see. And then Batman's ready to take them out. And then the man beats him with a crowbar repeatedly, and the wife's like, what are you doing? He's trying to save us. Goes, I'd rather take our chances and run, and rather than being taken to the police and put in prison or getting killed by the magistrates, which is going to happen anyway if you run away from the magistrates, because they're just gun happy, but whatever. So it ends with that, with Batman just unconscious in the church, and the guy's about to do the killing blow. So I'm guessing something happens in issue 4, obviously. Then we got the Outsider tie-in, well, backup, sorry. That's an interesting one, because like I said in the last one, Black Lightning is now lightning, just a body form of lightning, and something happened to him, and he met someone with magic, and they turned into what he is. He doesn't really explain what it is, and he helps Katana's old sword be put back together with his magical powers. So he lives in her sword now, and they go to find Duke Thomas, who has taken those refugees from the last time to a safe house, saying, okay, you don't become part of this revolution, we're going to help bring back Gotham City, get rid of all the military magistrates, blah blah blah. So he leaves them, and then he realizes one of them was actually a decoy and was a enhanced robot dude who works for the magistrates. So he's fighting them, and while he's doing that, Katana and Black Lightning come, save him, and it's like, oh, cool, we've reunited, yay, we're friends again, outsiders, yay. So then after they get on their bikes, go to take the fight to the magistrates, they win, and Black Lightning's saying, yeah, outsiders, we're back together, and it sort of ends with Duke giving out a message of hope, saying we can be Gotham, make it a better place. We can get rid of these evil a-holes. Boom, boom, done. And then the Lisa sighting back up, which I just found quite boring. The Arkham Knights. Yeah, I don't really know what much to say about it. The great granddaughter of Jebediah Arkham, the guy who created Arkham Asylum, has her own band of men who sort of worship her, follow, and she's like proper like religious zealot sort of, but she's obsessed with knights and stuff. So she named all the people in her group after knights, sort of. So there's Killer Croc, Two-Face. Oh, I can't remember there's a Batman villain who is he's not Thomas Skull, but he's a walking nuclear thing. You can see his body's like green. You can see skeleton. I forgot his name. And I forgot. Yeah, it's Victor Saz. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't enjoy it. I don't really want to talk about it. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably keep reviewing these. Next week's the last week. I'm pretty sure of it. So we'll get. Sorry. Just realised while editing this video that I didn't record an ending, so here's the ending. Basically, didn't like Arkham Knights. Gonna carry on reviewing Future State because there's only like a 1 more week left, and then there's gonna be Infinite Frontier, which is coming next, and I think it's going forward. So I'll review them, and we'll get back to that. But if there's any other comics or stuff you want me to review, leave a comment in the section below. Should turn it on silent. In the comment section below, and like, share, subscribe, go and follow my YouTube channel for my podcast and all that good lovely jubbly stuff. Anyways, thank you all, and arigato, Mr. Roboto. Peace.